I want to take a look today at one of our favorite formations with First Down Playbook in the youth offensive area. And we call it Power I. And you can see the formation has three backs in the backfield. These are the same play that we're going to talk about today, drawn up against multiple defenses, which is one more benefit you get when you use First Down Playbook as your youth football Pop Warner playbook. But I want to point out once again that with three backs in the backfield, it provides you as a youth football coach the ability to, get your quote unquote skilled athletes on the field. A lot of times, if you only have one back and one quarterback, that can cause problems even at the youth football level. So that's one of the things we like. All right. The other thing that you'll notice about this formation is that there is a wideout. It gives your quarterback an opportunity to actually throw something more than a play action or a out route or something like that based on the split. Still would highly recommend, based on your quarterback's arm, that you bring this split in closer with the split to allow the quarterback to have a reasonable throw. But that's all up to you and your personnel. But the last thing schematically, and we're going to look at how to block this play against three fronts. But the thing we really like about the Power I is that it obviously gives you a strong run game, all right, over here to the tight end side. You've got really two lead backs where you can have a dive and an option. You can toss a sweep. You can have a power play. A lot of things that happen over to the strong side. And when you do that, the defense is naturally going to start cheating. So today what we're going to do is we're going to look at a counter off of it, which is even a bonus to anytime you can have a formation like this and the defense is a little bit worried or a lot worried about, are they going to hit us on the perimeter? Are they going to hit us on the power? Are they going to hit us on the dive? Are they going to hit us on a quarterback lead? All of those things are going to make the defense lean this way. So naturally you need a play that goes back away from that, and that's why this counter comes in so handy. Now, you're looking, and I'm going to put the whiteboard up here so we can actually draw it up a little bit and talk about it. You're looking at the counter versus a 6-2, all right? And you're going to get that a lot versus this formation, meaning that what you've got is you've got 6 down linemen up here, all right, and you've got 2 linebackers, and the rest are really playing coverage. So what we want to point out is that with the counter, even though you've got a loaded front right here, you've got the ability to really get a puller. All right, your pulling guard is right here, and he's going to pull and kick out the end man on the line of scrimmage. Anytime you pull, you've got to make sure that you can secure where you pulled from. Now, the center is going to allow you to do that, all right, but you also have the ability to take a back and seal off anything that would happen to leak right here. And so now you've got your guard pulling, you've got your lead back over here that typically has been out here on a sweep, been leading up inside. Now they're going to take a step just like they would lead on the probably dive play, and then they're going to come back, all right, and be the second puller. So now let's talk about assignment while we're on this. So with a 6-2, essentially to the play side, which is over here on the weak side, all right, what's going to happen is that you're going to leave the end man free for the kickout block. And so your guard, all right, is going to pull, probably throw that left elbow at left, get that left toe pointed, and the guard is going to come inside out off of the end right here and kick out the end man on the line of scrimmage. Now, from that point on, your tackle and your guard over here go block man on. If there's nobody to block, they'll block down, as you'll see in other fronts. Your center is going to block back so your guard can pull. Now back over here, once again, the luxury you have is you can full scoop this in right here and even get up on this backer. Keep in mind now, everything that you're showing in the backfield right here, all right, the fullback, the lead back, the fullback, your counter back, all right, and even your quarterback is going to reverse out just like he would if he were tossing it to the 2-back on the sweep. So you're going to get an action right here. The backers starting over here to the strong side first. you're going to get a corner probably stepping up. If you're lucky, you're even going to get a free safety stepping up right there. So that's why you want to make sure that you have this action and you have the luxury of, once again, having the fullback, all right, actually cut off anything that shows up on the backside here. Okay, so that's only one front right here. Now let's look. What if they come out and they run a more of a 40 front with linebackers? Well, we like it even better against this front. And the reason is because when you've got 4 linebackers, all right, what's going to happen is that the linebackers at the youth level are going to be really taught to see the backs. All right, so these people right here, all right, here and here, here and here, they're going to be reading the backfield. And once again, what are the backs doing? Everything is going to the strong side to start with before it counters back. And so that's going to give your pullers, it's going to give your offensive linemen, whoever, an opportunity to get their block on the play side. So once again, if you get a play side tackle and he's uncovered or she's uncovered, what you're going to do right here is you're just going to look for anybody in this B gap. If nothing's in the B gap, you're going to check to make sure it's not a stunt, and then you go get up next level to the linebacker. But remember, you want to leave the end man on the line of scrimmage for the puller to kick out. All right, now let's go back and look at really the center doing the same thing. Everybody on the backside is doing the same thing, and you've got, once again, your fullback cutting off. Now, it's important to understand that as the second puller right here, all right, what essentially this lead back, all right, that's coming back across as the second puller, is going to read the block of the kick out. And what you're hoping to do is get that kick out right there, and now your lead blocker is going to get up inside, all right, and now your 2-back who counters strong, comes back, understands that they should have a kick out here and a lead back inside, and they should follow that, all right, and get north-south somewhere in that BC gap area right there. Okay, now let's go over here. Let's look at what if it's an odd front. All right, you can end up having an odd front over here. If you've got the odd front, it's really going to be just a little bit different, where now your nose is going to have help. All right, excuse me, your center is going to have help on the nose. Okay, and as we look at that, okay, right here, it's important to get this block, all right, because we don't want penetration. But once again, your guard is going to kick out the end man on the line of scrimmage. Now your tackle is going to base whatever shows right there. That's going to be a two-way go. So if this tackle works outside, block him outside. The ball will come up inside. If the tackle goes inside, block him down inside. The second puller will come around, okay, and your back will follow the second puller. But once again, on the backside over here, you have the advantage of everybody cutting off, all right, on different levels, because you've got the fullback here, all right, to seal off anything on that side over there. So once again, as you're looking at the plays in First Down Playbook and you want to run a counter, we think that one of the best youth football formations you can do it out of is the power I.